Hi, welcome to my channel, Divine Knowledge of the Ancient Ones. This channel is about readings with divine messages from the heavenly realm, from God and Divine Mother. And my intention is whoever receives this reading is blessed and receives whatever healing or messages they are intended to hear from God, Divine Mother, and the heavenly realm. Okay, so today's reading will be a general reading, and it's just going to be about whatever's happening on the planet right now. And so I hope that you'll be blessed with this reading. So I'm just going to pull 6 to 10 cards, and yeah, let's see what messages there are for us today. Okay, cool. I know there's some of you who like to see the cards as the reading's being done, but because of my setup, I'm not going to be able to show the cards as I'm doing the reading. I'll point them out, obviously, on camera, but in terms of what the spread is. So what I'll do is I'll just take a picture and I'll attach it to the thumbnail. So you can have that there, but either way, you're not gonna miss any messages. And of course, I don't do my readings like other tarot readers do their readings. I just do them however I'm divinely guided to do that. So there's no specific way of doing tarot readings. Everyone has their own method. So please don't get stuck on how the reading is being done, or how I'm looking at the cards, because that doesn't even matter. Tarot is more of tarot facilitates the reading, but it's not the tarot card that gives you the reading. It's the reader who's receiving the channel message and using the tarot to deliver the message. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to pick 6 to 10 cards from the top of the deck. There's nothing fancy or complicated about it. Okay. These cards. Okay. All right, let's see. And another thing is I don't do reversals. Okay, so those are 10 cards. I don't do reversals, and I don't necessarily look at the card at the bottom of the deck. I just look at what I've pulled out, because that is what I'm believing to be the messages that are required from whomever is going to listen to this reading. I don't do reversals, but if I feel instinctively, if a card comes out in reverse and I feel intuitively that the message is meant to be delivered in that way, then I will. But just as a general rule, I don't do tarot cards reversals, because I don't believe you necessarily need a reversal for the message to be a certain way. The message is what it is, regardless of what the cards, whatever position the cards are in. Okay, so I see here the 3 of Wands. So 3 of Wands generally means somebody is traveling, somebody who is traveling to unknown land and is looking at where they're heading to in the horizon. So what I see here is a lot of us have been on some kind of emotional journey, emotional, spiritual. We have been moving on from, I would say, situations that, or we are trying to move on from situations that are not serving us. And as you can see, he's looking far into the distance. So some of us are trying to see what is coming for us in the horizon. Some of us are able to see it, some of us aren't. Some of us, it's kind of like, I wish that's where I could be. Because wherever it is you're looking into, you're seeing peace and tranquility, and that is what you desire. And so what I'm feeling is that many of us are already on the journey, if you can see the boats out there. And some of us are waiting to get on this journey. We are desiring to be on this journey, but we might not necessarily be knowing how or when this is going to occur. And what I'm also seeing here is, because next to it is the Queen of Swords. Now this queen, for those of you who don't know, the court cards usually depict a person or an energy of a person that is close to you, or it might even be you who has this energy. But what I'm getting from this card is that some of us are receiving clarity And it might also be some form of justice is what I'm getting. You're getting clarity in that you're being vindicated and you're feeling like, okay, I'm clear that this is the journey that I need to be on, and I'm clear that this is the path that I want to walk on. My knees are a little bit wobbly and I'm still feeling very unsure, but the signal is there. It's clear. You see, she's wielding her sword up and her hand is kind of guiding you to go forward, and she's telling you, stop doubting yourself. You are here on this journey. This is the message, and you need to hear it. Some of you are telling other people that this is the journey that I'm going to be on, and I don't care whether you agree with me or not, but this is the journey that I'm going to walk on, and this is exactly where I'm going. And I don't need people to come around and tell me whether or not I'm doing the right thing, because I know that I'm doing it for myself. And you know, the Queen of Swords sometimes can be quite cold in her energy, quite cutthroat. And because you know, the sword represents communication, but it also represents clarity. And so I feel whomever is communicating this message to you, or whoever is communicating this message, you're going to be very clear and very kind of cutthroat with it, maybe a little bit harsh, but it's the circumstances that are warranting you to be in this kind of energy, or to receive this kind of energy from someone, because perhaps you've been dithering and just kind of pussyfooting around what it is you need to do, but you're getting the message now that you need to drop whatever it is that is creating distractions, all these energies that are not serving you, and you need to move forward. The time is now. And this is quite I'm getting quite a serious energy behind this. And the path that you're proceeding on to is supposed to be bringing you this kind of bliss. And as I was saying to you, some of you can see it within the horizon. You can see that something great is coming, but you're still on land, terrified to take that path that's going to help you cross over to the other side. And, or rather, if you can think about it like a tunnel towards the light, you know, and what you're being promised is prosperity, fullness, stability, because the pentacles are all about stability. And so the message here is, you know, wherever it is, whenever you take this path, whenever you trust the message that is being delivered to you, this is what you're going to receive at the end of it, because this is inherently what you desire within yourself. And so let go of the burdens, let go of this. I'm feeling this is a little bit of breadcrumbing, this Page of Pentacles. Some of you are being breadcrumbed by people around you, and you're kind of sick of this energy, because the page is quite can be quite childish energy. So some of you are dealing with somebody who's very childish, and they're bringing about burdens into your life, and what you're being told is cut those people out. You know, you don't need this kind of energy in your life. You're being asked to grow up and mature. Stop being this energy, but also stop having this energy around you, because it's causing a lot of burdens. And also you could say that with this energy, there's also an offer coming for a better opportunity, but it's quite a small offer, because the Pentacles don't really bring much. They're typically messengers, but their message is sometimes not very clear. So wherever you're playing this energy, or wherever you have this energy around you, being asked to drop it because it's causing a lot of burdens, and move forward as a grown-up. Be the grown woman, own your maturity, and proceed as you are being guided and advised. And what I'm getting is some of you are in quite a confused state about what should I pick, because you're allowing yourself to be distracted by nonsense. You see, there's this Seven of Cups is all about having loads of options, and most of them are not even options that are serving you, quite honestly. You know, whether it's sex, drugs, rock and roll, however you choose to call it, material things, things that don't even matter, things that are very insignificant, being offered to you by somebody who's not very mature. And so what you're being asked to do is to release these. This is causing a lot of confusion and disillusionment, and what you're being asked to do is to release these energies and focus more on the path that you're going on, because ultimately this is what you're going to get if you stay focused on the journey that you're on. So you're either choosing this energy, or you're choosing this. And some of you are really stuck in the debauchery and all of this nonsense, and you're being asked to grow up and mature and just do what it is that you need to do to get to where you need to go. And this requires you to make sacrifices, sacrifice all of this bullshit that you're kind of clinging on to, do the right thing and step for yourself and ultimately for your happiness, if that is what you desire. And some of you have been making this journey, as I explained in the beginning. And here the Seven Pentacles is basically someone who has sown the seeds but is sitting there impatiently waiting for them to mature. And I can tell you that I've also kind of been in this energy. And what the message I'm getting here is, you need to have faith. Your faith is going to be restored, and you need to just move away from this impatience. And that if you have planted the seed, you need to trust that it's going to sow. And you're going to get to where it is you need to go, wherever God has promised you, wherever the heavenly realm is guiding you to. You're going to get there, but you have to stop looking at the seeds that you've planted, because there's a feeling of regret in some places where you've planted seeds that were not the right seeds to be planted. And this is where you're focusing on the disillusionment of, oh, I planted. Maybe you had a relationship that you invested so much in, but ultimately this is what it got you, just a whole lot of confusion and disillusionment. And what I'm getting is that nothing is ever wasted. Nothing is ever wasted. That disillusionment was there for a reason, and you need to focus on what the lesson was behind this energy. What was God and the heavenly realm and divine mother trying to teach you? So rather than sitting there and focusing on, oh, look at what I've lost, or look at what I've invested that never materialized, or look at what I've invested that I'm still waiting to materialize, focus on what the lesson is. Because even with the state of confusion and disillusionment and all this materialistic energy, there is still a lesson to be learned. So what is the lesson that is being taught to you by this energy that is here? But also, don't allow yourself to stay stuck. If you're feeling stuck, all you need to do is take your power back and say, I am not stuck. This is not my energy, and I'm not going to sit in this space, and move away from it, because this is not good energy. But also, even if you are in this energy, there's a lesson to be learned. And once the lesson is learned, the energy will shift. So you need to really look into what that lesson is for you. And ultimately, with all of this comes a new beginning, a new start. The Two of Wands, I feel, for me, is all about new beginnings. So this is you going on the journey, but this is you looking and seeing that the world is really in your hands. I can take this journey. This guy looks like he's ready to set off, and he's looking like, where can I go? What can I do? So it's kind of like the possibilities are endless. Once you step into this energy of belief and faith, and you can see in the horizon, and even if you can't see, even if your mind is muddled up with all this confusion, this energy is still there for you. You can still touch it, but you have to have faith and believe. Some of you really need to reconnect with God and reconnect to the heavenly realm and divine mother, and ask them to help you, to guide you, and just make the message a little bit clearer, because everything is there for the taking. But it's you who is allowing yourself to stay in this state of disillusionment. So the question is, where can I go? The answer is anywhere. What can I do? Anything. There are endless possibilities that don't require you to be in a state of confusion. The one thing I can tell you for a fact, and this is me speaking from experience, is God is not a God of confusion. God is a God of clarity. Divine Mother, in fact, I'm feeling like Divine Mother is the one who's sitting here saying, shape up, do the right thing. The heavenly realm are not about confusion. If you're feeling confused, that is not energy that is coming from the heavenly realm. That is energy that is coming from a place that is not of the light. So you need to really re-examine that and ask yourself, what am I really confused about? Because if God is saying to me that he will guide my path, if Divine Mother is saying, I am here for you and I nurture you, my child, then what is there to be confused about? All you need to do is take that leap of faith and stop burdening yourself stop burdening yourself with all this foolishness. Sorry. 1 second, caller. Stop burdening yourself with all this foolishness. you are creating this burden on yourself. Nobody's doing that but you. You might want to blame your external factors, but if this confusion is around you, and it's in terms of the people around you, the situations around you, it's because you're carrying this energy in your field. So the question is, why are you not unburdening yourself of this confusion and taking the leap of faith and doing what it is you're being guided to do? And this is again just an example of where you could be. Some of you are already in this energy. You're connecting with your divine empress, the empress energy within you, because she gives me empress vibes. I know this is not the empress card, but some of you, I feel like this is you stepping into that energy. It doesn't mean you fully blossomed into the divine feminine that you are, but this is, she's sitting pretty, she's sitting in her garden. She is looking at everything that she's invested, and it's sprouting and it's green, and she looks so full of life, sitting with sitting in comfort. She reminds me of comfort, but I also feel like this is you sitting pretty, you trusting and being like, hey, you know what, I'm going to trust the heavenly realm, I'm going to trust Divine Mother, and I'm going to believe in what they're guiding me and telling me. And even though I might not have everything that I desire to have, I know that it's coming, and I'm going to sit pretty and wait for it to come whenever it's supposed to come. And in the meantime, I'm going to focus on learning the lessons that I need to learn. But I'm not going to allow myself to sit in confusion anymore, because I'm not compatible with that energy. That energy is not about God. It's not about Divine Mother. It's not about the heavenly realm. So overall, what I'm getting here is that some of you really are on a journey, and you need to just trust the journey that you're on, and stop allowing foolishness, materialistic things like, oh, what will it look like if I leave this person that I've been with for so long, or I've been with, we just got married last year and we spent all that money, what will it look like? Well, if you're being divinely guided not to be with this person, some of you got married knowing that that wasn't your person that's for you. This is your message. Get the hell out, because this is not where your happiness lies. The only thing that situation will bring you is misery and confusion and disillusionment. Some of you are wondering about, if I leave this job, how will I support myself? Trust the heavenly realm. God is guiding you. God will not allow you to put yourself in a situation that he's not going to get you out of. He's not going to just leave you there and in your confusion and be like, well, you made that decision, so too bad for you. That is not what God is about. That's not what Divine Mother is about. God will never give you such struggles that you are incapable of getting yourself out from. Anything that is happening right now in your life is happening for you, and it's happening for you to bring you to a place of calm and peace and resolution. God is trying to tell you, I want to give you the world, but in order for you to get here, you have to release all those burdens that you're putting on yourself. Put them on my altar. Let me relieve you of these burdens. So yeah, beautiful message, actually. I really like that, and I feel like there's something in this for me as well. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it blessed you. I do personal readings as well, tarot readings, and I'd also do energy clearing. I work with God, Divine Mother, and the heavenly realm. And if you want any readings done, you can reach me on ancientdivineknowledge@gmail.com. But until the next time, stay blessed and keep up the good work, and stay in faith and love. Sending you all omni waves of love. Okay, thanks. Bye.